Are you trying to get to Manhattan from the airport? One of the best things about New York City is that you can use public transportation to get just about anywhere. This includes the area's 3 major airports, JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark Liberty. Hey there, I'm Michael. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get from each of the 3 major New York City airports to Penn Station in Midtown Manhattan via only public transit. Let's explore. Most visitors to New York City automatically think when they land that they need to catch a taxi or a rideshare into Manhattan. That approach works, but it can get very expensive and can also take a lot of time sitting in traffic to go through the tunnels or over the bridges. None of the 3 major airports in New York City are actually in Manhattan, so commuting from one of the outer boroughs or New Jersey is the only way to get from the airports to Midtown Manhattan. Many visitors to New York are not used to using public transportation in their home cities and may not realize the speed and the cost savings that public transit option could have in New York. New York City's public transit options can get you from the airports to Midtown in a predictable amount of time for a much lower cost than driving. Penn Station is a central point in Manhattan with connections to New Jersey Transit, Long Island Railroad, and Amtrak, and easy connections to the subways A, C, and E, and 1, 2, and 3 trains at 34th Street. The directions in this video are going to assume an off-peak time of day travel and off-peak pricing. Peak travel times may have an additional fare. Check the MTA's website for full pricing details. I recently took public transportation to get from LaGuardia Airport's new Terminal B to Penn Station. LaGuardia is the only of the 3 major New York airports that does not currently have a direct train access. To reach the public transit options, you must board the Q70 Select Bus service on the lower level just outside of baggage claim of Terminals B and C. This bus is a free connection to the New York City subway and Long Island Railroad and runs about every 15 minutes. There thankfully are luggage racks aboard the bus so you can stow your suitcases. The bus makes 2 stops. First at the Jackson Heights Roosevelt Avenue 7 train station, and second at the 61st Street Woodside 7 train and Long Island Railroad station. I opted to get off at the second stop so I could catch the Long Island Railroad, which was about a 20-minute bus ride from LaGuardia to the train station. From Woodside, it's a quick 10 minutes on the Long Island Railroad to get into Penn. No Metro card is required for the bus, however there is a ticket needed for the Long Island Railroad, which can be purchased on the MTA Train Time app or at a station ticket kiosk. The off-peak Long Island Railroad ticket from Woodside to Penn Station is $6.50. While the subway is a flat $2.75. A taxi or a rideshare could easily cost $50 one way. A Metro card or OmniPay is required for the subway. More on OmniPay in another video. I'm estimating that it took about 35 minutes total, including waiting for the train at Woodside, to get from LaGuardia to Penn Station. On a typical day, that might be upwards of 20 minutes total savings over driving. If you arrive into JFK, to reach the public transit, you'll have to take the air train from the airport terminals to Jamaica, Queens, where you can connect to the Long Island Railroad as well as the New York City subway. At Jamaica, you can catch the Long Island Railroad to Penn Station, the E train to Midtown Manhattan via Queens, or the J train to Manhattan via Brooklyn. You need a Metro card to ride the air train, plus a separate Long Island Railroad ticket if you take the Long Island Railroad option. The off-peak Long Island Railroad ticket from Jamaica to Penn Station is $7.75, while the subway is a flat $2.75. I'm not sure if the air train takes OmniPay or if you need a physical Metro card, but let me know your experience down below in the comments. A taxi or a rideshare from JFK to the city could easily be more than $50 and could take more than an hour. In my experience, taking the Long Island Railroad is much faster than taking the subway or driving. Some Long Island Railroad trains run express from Jamaica to Penn Station, while others run local. So make sure to check the departure boards to make sure you get the express train that skips all the stops. By the way, even if you're not going to Manhattan, you can catch the Long Island Railroad from Jamaica to go to Long Island City, Queens, or to Atlantic Terminal in Brooklyn. If you opt for the mobile ticket for the Long Island Railroad, make sure to activate your ticket before you board the train. As for the production of this video, you can also now take the Long Island Railroad to Grand Central Terminal on the east side of Manhattan. At Grand Central, you can connect to the Metro North Railroad, as well as the Lexington Avenue subway lines for the 4, 5, and 6 trains. This new service opened on January 25th and allows more trains per hour into Manhattan. Newark Airport is in New Jersey and is served by a direct train link to the main line of Amtrak's Northeast Corridor, as well as New Jersey Transit. To get to the station, you'll need to take the Newark Airport AirTrain. The AirTrain and New Jersey Transit ticket are a combo ticket and can be purchased via the New Jersey Transit app or at one of the ticket kiosks at the terminal. The AirTrain stops at each of the terminals, the parking garage, and the rental car facility before reaching the connection to Amtrak and New Jersey Transit. At the end of the line, you will change trains and pass through ticket barriers to change platforms over to the New Jersey Transit. The train will make 2 stops between Newark Airport and Penn Station, first at Newark Penn Station and second at Secaucus. If you're going to Manhattan, do not exit the train at Newark Penn Station. Tourists often mess this up and accidentally get a ticket to Newark Penn Station, which is a completely different station from New York Penn Station. If you're going to Manhattan, you want New York Penn Station. The ticket costs $15 one way, and the trip takes about 30 minutes. If you get a mobile ticket, make sure to activate it before you board the train. Also, New Jersey Transit does not go to Grand Central Terminal, so connections at Grand Central are not possible if you're coming in from Newark. These directions work in reverse as you're ready to depart New York to head back to the airport. Just be careful navigating at Penn Station because there's currently a significant amount of renovations, and it may be difficult to navigate to reach the subway, Long Island Railroad, Amtrak, or New Jersey Transit platforms. Also, the New Jersey Transit trains do not depart from the brand new Moynihan train hall. Only Amtrak and most of the Long Island Railroad platforms are accessible from the Moynihan train hall. Platforms for all trains can be accessed from the entrances to Penn Station on 7th Avenue between 31st Street and 34th Street. From Grand Central Terminal, look for the signs for the Long Island Railroad to get out to LaGuardia or to JFK. Remember, you will not find trains to Newark from Grand Central. Obviously, everyone's situation is different. You may have a large travel party, or you just may prefer the convenience of door-to-door car service, which would make driving the better option. Or maybe your final destination is pretty far from Midtown. Either way, I hope you have an amazing time in New York. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and watch one of these videos popping up next.